Explore more in this report.
Nepal and China may be divided by the world's highest mountains, but today the relationship is being shaped by far more than geography. Economic interests and regional politics are drawing the two neighbors closer. During high-level talks in Beijing, Foreign Minister Shishir Khanal and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi discussed a wide range of issues, from trade, technology and energy to connectivity, tourism and major infrastructure projects. For Beijing, Kathmandu holds particular strategic importance. Nepal shares its northern border with Tibet. Addressing this, Khanal reaffirmed Nepal's commitment to the One China policy, stating that Taiwan and Tibet are China's internal affairs. Economics, however, dominated much of the discussion. China is Nepal's second largest trading partner after India and one of Nepal's largest investors for infrastructure development. China-backed projects include the Arniko Highway, the Kathmandu Ring Road, the International Convention Center, multiple hydropower developments, and an expanding network of cross-border connectivity initiatives. Beijing is also deepening cooperation under the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, which Nepal joined in 2017 and further expanded through a new framework agreement signed in 2024. Now, during the talks, Wang Yi said China wants to help Nepal transform from a landlocked country into a land-linked country. But many of the most ambitious projects have yet to move beyond the drawing board. The proposed Trans-Himalayan Railway initiative linking Tibet and Nepal, it remains stuck in the study and planning phase. Other major BRI projects have also faced delays due to financing disputes and implementation challenges. Khanal's visit to Beijing comes hardly a week after a separate trip to New Delhi. It also follows controversial remarks by Prime Minister Balendra Shah in the parliament, who sparked debate by asserting that territorial disputes between Nepal and India are not one-sided. He even said that both countries occupy land claimed by the other. Foreign Minister Khanal called it an issue that could be solved by efficient diplomacy.
This moment right now in 2026 is the most conducive, highly aligned window we have seen in decades to completely elevate and transform Nepal-India relations. No problem is too large and no boundary too complex when we sit down with an open heart, a rational mind and mutual respect.
So far, China has chosen to stay silent on the India-Nepal border dispute. Beijing is still evaluating Nepal's new political landscape. And this after the Gen Z-led protests of 2025 toppled the previous government. Yet, Chinese officials have expressed concern over growing Western engagement in Nepal, including an increase in American diplomatic activity. For its part, Nepal continues to insist it is not choosing sides.
Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has not missed an opportunity to highlight the role of his country as a negotiator in the US-Iran peace deal. But his own countrymen, from government employees to mango farmers, they are having a tough time and have been calling for financial relief. Our next report gets you the details.
Pakistan is plagued with problems galore. First, on the 12th of June, during the federal budget session, hundreds of government employees gathered near the Parliament House in Islamabad, calling for higher salaries, pension increases and greater financial relief. As the Shehbaz Sharif's government presented its annual budget, the disgruntled government employees chanted slogans.
If we are not given our rights today, we will not end our protest. I have 32 years of service and am now close to retirement. It is very unfortunate that we are not given our pay scale. Are we not human beings? Do we not have children? Why has our pension been stopped? Why are our salaries not being increased? First, we should be given our rightful pay scale.
Increasingly disillusioned, the aggrieved employees lamented what they described as the double standard of the government. It is to be noted that the war between Iran and the US has driven up inflation and added fresh pressure on the country's fragile economy.
When you want to increase your privileges and expenditures by 600 or 700%, you do it immediately. But when it comes to increasing the salaries of employees by a few thousand rupees, you go to the IMF. This double standard must end. Employees are the backbone of any country. It is these employees who run the system of the country, while the rulers enjoy luxuries.
But it isn't only the government employees who are feeling the brunt of the West Asia crisis. Pakistan's mango farmers too are counting the cost of tensions in West Asia and the impact of climate change. One of the largest mango exporters of the world, Pakistan produces 1.8 million tons of mangoes every year, of which 70% is produced in Punjab and 29% in Sindh. But at the height of the country's mango season, demand has plummeted and shipments have been disrupted, threatening the livelihoods of growers who are heavily reliant on overseas markets. The orchards of Mirpukas, a district of Sindh province, are renowned for Sindri, the unique mangoes which grow only in this region. However, this season, pests and mango malformation diseases are on the rise due to climate change.
Over the past year and even in previous and upcoming years, there has been an outbreak of hopper and thrips infestations. These two pests spread quickly across entire orchards and are brought under control through spraying. However, even after treatment, the average yield declines. The crop is severely damaged, and as a result, it does not sell well in the market either.
Additionally, due to multiple challenges in West Asia and other regional markets, Pakistani exporters have also reduced the export target this season to 30,000 tons. Noteworthy is the fact that around 80% of mango exports go to the three regions of Afghanistan, Iran and West Asia. All of them are currently facing disruptions, with shipments to West Asia particularly delayed. Renowned globally for premium mango varieties such as Sindri, Chaunsa and Anwar Ratol, Pakistan is staring at a summer of discontent as mango growers and exporters face an increasingly uncertain future.
For millions across India, a clear vision remains an unaffordable luxury rather than a basic necessity. As many as 250 million people languishing below the poverty line lack access to a much-needed pair of glasses. A charity, Good Vision, hopes to close this gap by bringing eye care to underprivileged communities. And this is the story of how access to a simple pair of corrective glasses, it can bring about a change in not just the way people read, write and work, but even have a more hopeful, clear vision of their future. Take a look.
For millions of impoverished Indians, it's a privilege to own a pair of glasses and see the world in sharp detail. In a country where economic inequality remains stark and access to public health services uneven, something as basic as a pair of spectacles remains woefully out of reach for as many as 250 million Indians. A simple pair of corrective glasses worth less than $2 is ushering in a new vision of life to some of India's most underprivileged communities.
I spin cotton on a wheel. Without glasses, I was facing problems, and after wearing glasses, I can see clearly. Now, I can spin cotton. I can weave, I can do sewing, I can do all my work properly.
Good Vision, an international charity organization working across 12 countries including India, visits more than 400 underprivileged neighborhoods and villages every month, helping bridge a critical gap in access to eye care. Through mobile eye camps, the charity offers basic services such as free eye screenings and glasses directly to people who would otherwise struggle to access them. One such camp, organized in Bhubaneswar Salia Sahi, offered a glimpse into how simple interventions can create life-changing outcomes. Technicians unpacked lenses for the glasses imported from China, shaped metal wire into frames, and assembled customized spectacles in as little as 10 minutes. In addition to free eye screenings and glasses, patients in need of advanced treatments such as cataract surgeries are taken care of as well.
People bless us when we visit different places, and everyone is very happy. We are setting up camps in different villages, and we are very happy about it. We are able to help people who were not able to see clearly. They are now able to see properly, get free eye tests, and purchase glasses at low prices.
Among those receiving help was Tofan Jena, a 49-year-old vegetable seller from Bhubaneswar. No sooner did he put on his glasses, the everyday life and tasks seemed a lot easier rather than a struggle it had been earlier. For Jena, what many take for granted was nothing short of a small miracle.
After I got my eye test by the optometrist and after I got my glasses, I could make out all the letters of the alphabet, even the smallest ones. Now, I can see the messages on my mobile phone clearly. I can read the newspaper too. These glasses have helped me a lot.
The World Health Organization estimates that around 1 billion people worldwide suffer from vision problems that could be corrected with something as simple as a pair of spectacles. In India alone, the scale of the challenge seems daunting. Around 550 million people are in need of a pair of glasses, while an estimated 250 million people still lack access to them. According to the International Agency for the Prevention of Blindness, India loses close to $30 billion in productivity every year due to preventable or curable eye diseases. In a country marked by deep inequalities, low-cost eye care offers a practical, high-impact solution capable of changing lives. The inability to access affordable eye care often means living and working with impaired vision, and the ability to see clearly can change everything.
Before getting glasses, I was not able to read small letters, and I was not able to put thread in a needle, or I was unable to pick stones from rice, but now I can do all those things.
The success of Good Vision's mission is evident in the infectious, bright smiles of people getting their eyes examined for the very first time at the mobile camps across India. In schools where children are able to read blackboards clearly for the first time, workers returning to their trades with renewed confidence, and a poor vegetable seller like Tofan Jena joyously discovering that the world around them was always meant to be seen in sharp detail.
The value of trees is ironically most evident in their absence. Decades of war, timber smuggling and large-scale deforestation have stripped Afghanistan of much of its once extensive forest cover, leaving large swathes of land barren and communities exposed to adverse climate change. A burgeoning reforestation movement is trying to repair that damage and restore a long-neglected bond between the land and its people. Our next report gets you the details.
From the 1979 Soviet invasion until the fall of the first Taliban government in the early 2000s, Afghanistan lost roughly half of its forests. Timber smuggling in the eastern provinces and heavy reliance on wood for fuel in the more arid central and northern pistachio belt resulted in heavy deforestation. Although the rate of deforestation has slowed significantly over the past 2 decades, the impact of that destruction remains far-reaching. According to the National Statistics and Information Authority, forest cover has increased 35% nationwide since 2011. Even then, just 2.5% of Afghanistan was forested in 2025, and alarmingly, in some areas, that cover is shrinking.
Almost 35 years ago, we had a lot of forests, and then, during the conflict and civil war, they were destroyed. Nobody could prevent the logging.
A prime example of a microforest can be found in Charbagh, where a 1 square kilometer grove has been cultivated on land owned by farmer Bas Begum Ahmadi with support from the Aga Khan Development Network. Planted with poplars, polonias, pomegranates and persimmons, the microforest has been planted to generate income through sale of fruit and homemade jam.
Trees are good for our life and health. They remove air pollution and dust. They make our environment greener. Another benefit is that the wood is useful for us as firewood.
The charbagh grove uses the Miyawaki method, developed by Japanese botanist Akira Miyawaki, which involves dense planting of mostly local species of varying heights. The approach helps create cooler, more humid microclimates while providing fuel wood, livestock fodder and other essential resources. These microforests are noticeably cooler than the surrounding bare fields and also provide twigs for stove fuel and leaves for livestock. Around 500 such microforests have been planted across 7 provinces, part of a wider wave of community-driven restoration. Afghan authorities aim to plant 200 million trees between 2023 and 2030 with backing from NGOs, the United Nations and private partners. This year alone, officials hope to plant 9 million trees.
We have the plan to plant the trees, over 200 million trees across the country.
Since 2019, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization has helped plant about 5 million trees. The government has also created nurseries to grow local species. One such nursery in Kathmandu, on the outskirts of Kabul, produces almond, pine nut, walnut and deodar cedar for distribution nationwide. Local officials say there is a perceptible change in people's attitude towards trees, with residents volunteering to plant more trees. Despite these encouraging signs, experts caution that planting trees is only one part of the solution. Protecting remaining old-growth forests and restoring natural ecosystems will be as important as creating new forest cover.
There are some main challenges in terms of water scarcity, in terms of water, in terms of drought. So whenever we choose fruit and non-fruit trees, we consider those trees that actually consider the water, the drought resistance plants, for example, to drought, to water scarcity.
For a country long viewed through the lens of conflicts and civil wars, these efforts carry both symbolic and practical weight. Planting microforests can reduce soil erosion, moderate extreme temperatures, improve water retention and community livelihood. Rebuilding Afghanistan's forest cover will take years and a steady flow of resources, but the initial signs are positive. If funding continues, local communities remain engaged and long-term conservation policies are sustained, these small green shoots could help restore the landscape, livelihood and might just bring back the long-absent birds.
India guarantees free schooling for children aged 6 to 14 years and boasts one of the world's largest public school systems. Despite this, nearly 1.2 million children still languish out of school, according to the government data for 2024-25. Now, an unlikely school in Mumbai, India's financial capital, has emerged as a beacon of hope for these children, relegated to the margins. More in this report.
In a sprawling metropolis like Mumbai, scores of families struggle to eke out a living through their low-paying informal work. Coming from these impoverished families are young children, out of school and often homeless, selling knickknacks on streets and at crowded traffic intersections to alleviate the burden of crushing urban poverty. A non-profit organization, Signal Shala Initiative, seems determined to bring the gift of education to these underprivileged children.
So who's at the very bottom, right now? In education, who's right at the bottom? We always see when we go outside and get stuck at traffic lights, there are children begging, out of school and homeless. So we wondered, can we give these children a different kind of life? That's the sort of thought we had in mind. And out of that thought, a signal school was born.
In the city where crippling poverty and migration continue to keep many children out of classrooms, wedged between gleaming skyscrapers and busy roads, is the Signal Shala, or traffic signal school, that caters to several dozen children who have been left out of the formal education system. The traffic signal school is housed beneath a busy flyover in a row of pastel-colored shipping containers. The day begins with the school bus driving through the cramped lanes of Mumbai slums, picking up students, a veritable lifeline for parents who cannot afford transportation.
In the morning, the Chembur Signal school bus comes. I feel very happy seeing it. When I come to school, the school clothes feel nice. The breakfast is good. After joining the homeroom, the teacher gives us lessons.
When the children file in, the first order of business is a shower, as many have no easy access to bathing facilities in slums and on the streets. Lockers are provided to keep the books and uniforms safe and clean. 3 meals are provided free, classes are split by ability rather than age, and the approach is tailored to the realities of street life.
We don't just give these children education, but we also teach them many other things. For example, we teach the girls baking, cooking, how to make cakes and such, even cooking basic lentils and rice, how to go to the market, how to buy vegetables, how to cook them, how to bargain. We teach all that too. That means that along with book knowledge, children will also gain practical, everyday knowledge.
While the founder of Signal Shala initiative opines that India's government-run schools are simply not flexible enough for these children, the private ones charge an exorbitant fees, which is clearly out of question for these impoverished children. Despite acute challenges, the broader ambition is to ensure that these children are not left behind in a rapidly changing world.
We have to prepare them for the 21st century, so they should be exposed to vocational training. They should learn robotics, AI, computers, 3D printing, everything that elite class children are doing well in. These children should know all of that too. Only then can they break out of their current situation through education.
As classes and play unfold amid the constant rumble of traffic overhead, the traffic signal school not just represents an opportunity long denied, but serves as a sanctuary from the harshness of the real, unforgiving, and more often than not, for these kids, an unpleasant world.
On the 13th of June, hundreds of members of Nepal's LGBTQ+ community and their supporters took to the streets of Kathmandu celebrating the Himalayan nation's annual Pride Parade. Prime Minister Balendra Shah's government has drawn praise for its efforts to promote inclusivity, including the formation of a sexual minorities ministry and the appointment of a parliamentarian from the LGBTQ+ community. Take a look, and I will see you again next week for another edition of Inside South Asia.